Hi everyone, Matthew of Mr. Domestic here to talk to all of you about determining the weight of your yarn. I know for myself, when I first started crocheting, I used the same weight yarn all the time because that's what I knew. I had my favorite hook, my favorite yarn, and that's what I went to because I got overwhelmed by all of the different sizes and uses. And I'm going to clear some stuff up for you. So there are 7 different weights of yarn. I know, what? It starts with the smallest, which is 0, which is lace, going all the way to 6, which is super bulky. And once you've started crocheting for a while, you're going to have a lot of unmarked yarn. So what you need to do to determine what category the yarn fits into, which will then determine what size hook you need to use, is something called wraps per minute. And I'm going to do that with 3 different types of yarn to see if it matches up. I've got a thinner cotton one, I've got a 100% wool one, and then I have something that I would deem super bulky, but let's find out whether it is. So I have this thicker hook. I'm going to wrap it around here, and it's wraps per inch. You're going to, let me start with this thicker one so you can get an idea. So really, you are going to just wrap it like so, to where there's no overlap. It's not on top of one another. It's not squunched. It's the natural tautness. You're not pulling on it to find out what that wrap per minute is. And then you'll need a ruler to be able to measure it. So now that this is wrapped, not pulling it, it's natural. Let me find what it is per inch. So here, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. 6 wraps. So yes, this indeed is a super bulky yarn. Love it. You get some projects done really fast whenever you go with super bulky. But now that this one is done, let's see if this one matches. Let me wrap this one, the next one, which is 100% wool. And it's a roving yarn, so it's not worsted. I'm going to wrap it in its natural state first and then bring it up. But not squunching it together. You want it to be natural because you don't want to force anything into a thinner or thicker distance than it is. So now let me count it with 1 inch. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 would put this at the weight 4, which is a medium, and this is perfect. So this would actually work with my favorite, which is a J 6mm, and it matches up with what the yarn said. And then this one's a cotton yarn. So let's see what's going on here. This one's definitely gonna have some more wraps to it. Right here. So, gonna wrap it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once again, when you're wrapping it, just make sure that you're not like squinching it, forcing it into a space that doesn't fit. It all wants to remain in its natural state because that's how you're going to crochet. That looks like 1 inch. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 wraps per inch, which would put it at around a sport weight or a 2, which is matching what this yarn calls for. So this is how you will determine what type of yarn you have if you don't know. And then you can also do this test to see if it's going to match up with what it says in the hook, because there have been times when I've done the wraps per inch and it called for a different size hook than was listed on the packaging. So that might be a reason why something is too loose, too tight, is that just based on how you crochet, it might be a little different for you because, you know, one person crochets, then one person crochets. We all do it a little different. So I hope that this helped you to understanding the ins and outs of crocheting and yarn, and I can't wait to see you in the next lesson. Keep it positive, everyone. Mr. Domestic out.